Hello guys and welcome again to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. On today's video I want to discuss about monitoring systems because I get asked this question a lot, and also when I look online I actually see a lot of people asking the same questions, but the answer that I see there is always contradictory. So first thing is, obviously they get told get a 5-inch monitor or smaller because in a small room you don't want a big speaker, which can be true and can be false, but let's move on. The next obviously question they ask is, how do I mix my low end to sound punchy, because it sounds a bit overbearing sometimes, it's lacking. And they also told use your ears, which is what I find contradictory, because someone on a 5-inch monitor and you're telling them to use their ears, obviously they cannot hear anything below 60 Hertz. Most 5-inch monitors that I've actually checked, if you look at the frequency response, they usually go between 50 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. Even when they say 50 Hertz, a lot of them actually have like a 10 dB roll-off, say minus 10 dB roll-off, which means that low end is still not as tight as. So I tend to advise people these days, if you want to get a solid low end, you need to start investing on a good headphone, something like this Sennheiser HD 600 or anything around that price range. Because when I started out, I obviously have tried a lot of different monitors, including the very expensive ones, something like Clenhumo, which is now part of Thomann. This is a very expensive monitor, but the problem still lies with the answer which they were given. If you're in a small room, big speaker can be overpowering, yes, but if you have decent acoustic treatment, then that is not really much of a problem anymore. Because in this room that I'm in now, is actually not big, it's a very small room, but when I had 8-inch monitor, I was actually struggling to get a tight low end. But when I started putting up acoustic panels, as you can see around here, I've got 10 centimeter acoustic panels, and around this side I've got 5 centimeters and some corner traps, like acoustic corner traps. Yes, I was now able to actually get a tighter low end. Even though I've changed my monitoring system, I've gone back to 5-inch monitor here, which is Genelec AT30C, but I'm also running it alongside a subwoofer down here, which is still giving me that low end. So obviously when people see my photos, they only see the 5-inch monitor. They ask me,
oh, so how are you able to get a good low end with that 5-inch monitor?
Without realizing that I've actually got a subwoofer down here as well, which is giving me that low end. But anyway, what I want to base this video on is the fact that if you are in a small room, invest on a good headphone first before you think of getting maybe a 5-inch monitor just to reference, because when you are mixing on a headphone you can get ear fatigue quickly, which means you can use that for when you really want to listen critically to what's happening to the low end and make most of the judgments, and then use your monitors when you just want to refresh your ears and hear what is sounding like. Because even if you're listening to on a 5-inch monitor as well, you need acoustic treatments, which is also what will determine how good the speaker will reproduce your sound, not just the fact that it cannot reproduce low end. Even the ones that it can reproduce, if you are not in an acoustically treated room, that will still not sound as good as. So the recap: get a good headphone if you really want to mix in a room that's not treated and a room that is small. And then if you get a little bit of treatment, even if the room is small, get a 5-inch monitor and then maybe add 8-inch subwoofer to it, which will go a long way. I hope this is helpful, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also join my membership where you will see exclusive videos, and also you will have access to me. I will also get to mix one of your songs, and you have a lot of other perks because I do some weekly question and answers, and also you can send me mixes for reviews, like mix feedbacks and stuff. And if you enjoy this kind of videos, give it a thumbs up and also hit that super thanks and super sticker because it does help the channel. Until next time, bye now.